Hello, everyone. How's it going? Alex here again, and I'm here to break down Chapter 3, Part 2, which is the 6 qualities of being enlightened. And basically, these 6 qualities you will know you reached enlightenment, true full enlightenment, according to the book from this perspective. You will reach full enlightenment once you realize in yourself that you are expressing these 6 qualities. And let's begin. Quality number 1, wisdom. Your curiosity explodes within you. You see things with true clarity, no limitations. Obviously, we're going to get into more details in the book throughout, but one example is, let's say you needed, $30 and you were short on cash, and for an event, that you wanted to get to. Instead of saying, "Oh, it's impossible. My job doesn't pay me that much. I don't have the cash." From an enlightened perspective, it allows you to view getting that $30 as something so much more powerful, so much more in favor for you. It creates a creativity mindset, which allows you to create other perspectives and other ideas and thoughts on how can I get that $30, not just a one-way mind frame of thinking. If my job won't pay me, then I can't afford X, Y, and Z. More so, money is everywhere. All I need to do is get $30 from whoever, not just my employer, and I'll be able to accomplish my goal. So you start seeing, maybe if for and as an example, you start seeing family, and I did this myself, so I know. You start seeing family as a tool, um, to get your funds, as a means of getting things that you want. So, for example, as a real estate agent, I have to prospect, and I do a lot of door-to-door sales. And obviously, I did realize that if I want to reach larger amounts of people, I need to find other means as well, not just door-to-door. So I found out that I can actually purchase a dialer that will allow me to call multiple people, um, in the same time it would take if I used one phone, and that was called RedX, I believe. And that dialer cost $150 a month. Now, to me, I wasn't making enough funds to even afford something half that price monthly. So I would tell myself traditionally, it can't be done. My job in real estate currently at this moment can't afford a monthly payment of $150. However, when I became and when I looked at things from an enlightened perspective, I was actually able to create another view saying, what if I was able to get family to give me the funds? You start looking at things and what options do I have if no matter what I did, it would work? And I said, let me ask my family and friends to donate to my business and see what results I get. Long story short, I ended up receiving more money than the 150 I actually wanted. How crazy is that? And I only asked like 7 people for donations, which goes to show you. And all of them said yes instantly. I didn't have to call a single person. It was all done through text. How great. So it just goes to show you, when you are enlightened, when you use these methods, you can actually apply uh, it to anything you want, and you will achieve a successful result, whether or not you receive the outcome you're necessarily looking for. So that's wisdom. Number 2, profound peace. You no longer feel in survival mode. Only 24/7 thriving feelings and sensations. You don't attach to concerns of success, relationships, money, your future, etc. Wow. Profound peace. You no longer feel that you're in do or die survivor mode. You're only feeling like you're on top of the world 24/7 and presently. And you don't have any attach to success and what you determine it as in your point of view. Or you don't have any attach to relationships, your future, or even your financial situations. Number 3, fear disappears. You see life as bigger than your current situation, realizing your worries, fears, and goals are all created by you. To become more curious about all potential outcomes and how you will respond, learn, and grow. Tying into your new dogma, we are all limitless in energy. And the perspective of Drunk Monkey is saying these things, I'm just listening, in terms of any negative mind chatter that's slowing you back. That's when fear truly disappears. Wow, so let's break that down because that's really dense. So once again, we're covering the 6 qualities of being enlightened. So you will show these 6 qualities when you are enlightened. And number 3, once again, is the quality of having fear disappeared from your life. You see life as bigger than your current situation. That helps eliminate fear, you know? When you follow these practices, you're going to see that life is way bigger than just your current situation. A deal fell through. You know, my car broke down. Next point, you're realizing now that you're realizing your worries, your fears, your goals are all created by you. The only reason you're afraid to cold call is because you perceived in your head that people are going to be negative. You're perceiving a negative future. Or you're looking back at a negative past situation, which is, we all know the brain can only look at past and current circumstances and then use those two to try to predict the future. Drop the mic. No one can predict the future. No one's a crystal ball. Your worries are also created by you because it didn't happen, and if it did, your worrying by default is you're worrying for something that's to come or an outcome of something that has happened. And by you worrying over potential outcomes, you have to realize you created this because it hasn't happened yet. You're thinking it. And so for your goals as well. Your goals are created by you. So for you to be upset that you don't achieve it, it's not do or die because you made this. It's a game. It's like you created the game, and if you can't beat it, don't look like it's life. You made the game, the maze, the obstacle. You can actually destroy that goal, that game, that obstacle, and create a new one. Whatever. Look at the bigger picture. This helps you eliminate that pressure of you that creates fear. And obviously, this is just a concise version of all these dense topics of fear disappearing. Now, another enlightened quality of when fear disappears is you actually become more curious about all potential outcomes and how you will respond, learn, and grow. You don't care what outcome you end up going with. You're excited on the fact alone that how will I learn from this? How will I learn from this? How will I grow from it? Okay, how will I respond to the situation? Dude, how powerful is that? Now, tying into your new dogma as well, all your beliefs, you're tying in this new dogma that we are all limitless in energy. We are all limitless in energy. And our body is a means of expressing ourselves in the physical realm. And having the perspective as well, once again, this all helps eliminate fear in yourself, must coming from the perspective that the drunk monkey, and we'll talk about this more in the book, the drunk monkey is saying all of these negative mind chatter things. I'm just listening. They're not my actual thoughts. So that's dense. And it'll all make sense more as we break down further chapters. Okay, now we're covering quality of being enlightened. Number 4, courage. You no longer have worry, fear, and anxiety of what might happen because you see things like a scientist. I'm curious. Once again, I'm curious to know all potential outcomes. How will I respond? How will I learn? And how will I grow from these situations? You are genuinely curious. When you're curious, you are courageous. There is no wrong moves. You see life as there are no wrong moves. In all moves, I will learn and still maneuver to win. Wow. My what? And as an effect of having this mindset, this perspective, your wildest and biggest plans and projects and to do items and crazy ideas that you've had for a while now will now start to move to the front end of your urgent to do list. How powerful would that be? Okay? Imagine you had a project you were super scared of, rolling out a social media plan, for 3 months straight and hesitating on that and having worry, fear, anxiety over what would happen if I don't get it right? What happens if XYZ? What happens if it don't work? What happens if I have to end up paying money? With the perspective of there is no wrong moves. All moves I do is right. And that I'm curious because my perspective is I want to see all potential outcomes. And I'm okay with all potential outcomes. I accept them. And how I will respond, learn, and grow to each one, especially the one that I go through in the physical realm. And that in the end, no matter what move I make, in all moves, I will learn and still maneuver to win. So powerful. So powerful. I wouldn't be afraid of nothing. How would that affect you? How would that affect your life? For my life, that would be amazing. That would be powerful. And I'm starting to see these things happen. Now, quality number 5, your presence is experienced as a gift. Another way of saying enlightened is a high conscious person. You now see social dynamics and the mind on a 10x level. You see the program that is actually running a lot of people. So this is also known as becoming meta. Um, you see the program that's running a lot of people, including the imbalances in people's perceptions, their contextualizations, and from where they're coming from. And this happening, you are able to accept what you see in general, no matter if people are not seeing life from how you see it. Some people are pro life, some people are pro abortion. A lot of these topics we cover in the media. Some people are pro Trump, some people hate Trump. And typically, a lot of people that we see today um, are either or on the fence. And when you're on one side, it's almost as if you hate the other side, as if you're playing a game and it's a competition. So, for example, you see a lot in the media, people who hate Trump, they view Trump supporters as terrible people, as racist, as bigots, as XYZ. You name it, you can call it that, right? When you have an enlightened perspective and you're experiencing the quality that your presence is experienced as a gift, a big benefit from that, a way you know you're experiencing that is you realize in yourself that you are actually able to you're able to accept what you see. So you see that people don't say you support Trump and people don't like Trump and they're cursing other people out who don't like Trump. You're able to say okay, and that's okay, and let it flow and accept it being amongst you. And you might even take it to the next level as seeing a positive filter on it and then even becoming friends with them and seeing what you could take from them and learn from them. That's the perspective I would have. That's an enlightened perspective. Wow, this person hates Trump supporters, that in theory, and that's great because this gives me opportunity to understand where they're coming from better and to see if I can actually become friends with him and learn from him, because I'm sure he has things I can learn from, and then maybe even grow with him to see if he applies any value to my life. Okay? Everything seems easy, effortless, and flowing in your presence. Everything seems easy, effortless, and flowing in your presence. That's pure next level mindset. Just think about that. Everything you're doing, even when you're going through down times, to be able to ride those down waves, no deals, a slow market, unforeseen pandemic like coronavirus, everything seems effortless and flowing in your presence. It's all about how you view it. It's all about how you view it. Enlightenment is happiness. And last and not last but not least, quality number 6, you are special because you realize that you are not special. Wow. There is no judgment. You don't judge anybody, and you don't care if people judge you. In this enlightenment state, opinions don't even exist. Positions such as worse, better, good, bad, etc. all disappear. Judgment and opinion are survival tools. That's how you see these two things, judgment and opinion. You recognize, you see the world differently, completely separate from everyone else. Everyone is celebrated. All human experiences are celebrated. You have a feeling that you have come to Earth many times. How powerful is that? By having these perspectives, this allows you to see that you are not special. In fact, you are not special because everyone is special. And judgment and opinion are survival tools. Remember, in an enlightened state, you view life and your life as thriving, as what a time to be alive, no matter what. You have a situation, perspective towards thriving. And then you also realize that you are not special, that you are special because you are not special. And you, by default, you do realize that I'm seeing the world differently than anyone else, any of my counterparts. And you also don't judge anyone, and you don't feel towards any people judging you. Opinions don't even exist. Imagine that. Imagine in a world where you didn't read or process opinions, and you did not process your own opinions on things. You also view positions such as worse, better, good, bad. They all disappear. That's not better. That's not bad. That's not good because I know that's just my labeling of a situation based on my outlook and my perspective on it, which I know is not special because other people go through different things in life that are equally special. And if they think that's good, my opinion on it. And if they think that's bad, yet I view it good, my opinion on it is not superior because the situations I went through in life are not superior than theirs. Drops mic, boom. And then you do realize that this is why judgment and opinions and labeling of something as good or bad, they're non-existent. They don't matter. They're survival tools. They're only tools people use when they're not realizing that you view life from a lens, and that reality that actually happens is not what you see at all. Reality can change constantly because your perspective on it can change constantly. Wow, that's deep. And those are the 6 qualities that show you are experiencing enlightenment. Peace. See you on the next video.